All right, I think I'm live. All right, I am now officially live. This is new for me, so everyone's got to bear with me. And I think it's new for everybody else, so it's okay. All right, Lori's on. All right, now we've got people on here. This is great. Awesome. This is very weird. I can't see anybody, but I can see comments, which is outstanding. So, um, I want to let everybody know what to expect tonight. So first off, if you can see me and hear me, you are doing awesome. That means you're on our Facebook Live page, our Peak Program page, and that's going to be our base of operations for lots of different things. So awesome job. The big thing what we're going to be doing that I'm going to be doing here today is we're going to be talking about Peak Program, which we're super excited about. And since this is our first Peak Program, and this is our first session, we wanted to make sure everybody knew what to expect and what you're going to be seeing over the next 8 weeks. So obviously a big reason why we're doing this is because we can't do in-person programs for a lot of our athletes. And I know some of our athletes are getting back to some in-person programs, but if you are, it's only in some of your sports and for a shorter amount of time. And we have a lot of our athletes that don't have the opportunity to go back. So we were like, okay, we've got to create something here that our athletes will enjoy and that's going to give you a program to be part of. And so that's where Peak came from. And we've got some amazing people that have worked on this. We've got some great staff. Chelsea and Kiefer and Rochelle and Denise spent a lot of time building this. Chelsea's been leading that team, doing an amazing job. Kiefer's been doing awesome on doing some great visuals and reaching out and helping promote this. And Rochelle's been reaching out to many of our awesome affiliates out there that help get our athletes connected. We also got some super volunteers. I know Coach Maria has helped put together our strength workouts. We've got some great people that are going to be leading our sessions throughout this 8 weeks that you're going to get to meet, which we're super excited about. We've had some athletes that have been part of our feedback sessions and that have helped us decide, okay, what does this look like? What should, if we're going to build a program, what should it look like? So athletes have been amazing in providing feedback around that. And we got to give a huge shout out and thanks to Special Olympics International for creating the Fit 5 program that has really helped that we're building this from, as well as Special Olympics Newfoundland and Labrador, because we looked at their program and what they're doing for their athletes, and we said, okay, that's something we've got to try and do. So let's talk about Peak Program. So tonight, there'll be two parts of this session tonight. So the first part is, hi, how's everybody doing? And it's great to hear from you. Super pumped to have you involved here. But we also want to talk a bit more about the program in detail so you understand what to expect. And then once we get through that orientation, I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to start up another one. And we're going to have we're going to do a mindfulness session. And you'll have some homework coming out of that. So, but the thing is, it's all on our Facebook Peak page. So you don't need to go anywhere. You'll just need to switch from this video to the next one, but staying on the same page. And if throughout this, anybody has any questions, definitely please let me know. It's super awesome seeing everybody interacting and chatting, and we want to see that throughout the Peak program. That's why one thing about the Peak program page that we have right now is this is for our athletes that are part of the Peak program. So it's people that are registered and are working towards their fitness goals. So you can share, you can talk, you can post videos, you can ask questions, you can share recipes, you can share ideas, and be there for each other. And that's the thing about this page is that it's primarily athletes. We'll have some coaches and volunteers on there that are going to help moderate and help out, as well as our staff. But this is where you go, where you can have a safe place where you can go to talk about our Peak program. So your Peak activities, there's going to be some set activities that you're going to have that you're going to come here for that we're going to promote. But this is about you too, and you setting your own goals and coming up with what do you want your fitness goals to be, and how are you going to be healthier. And so throughout the peak program, you'll have a chance to earn points. And that's the thing about this program. It's 8 weeks long. Each week there's different challenges, and each week you have a chance to set different sets of goals for yourself. And that's the really cool thing about this. And there'll be lots of different things that'll come up throughout these 8 weeks. Lots of different things that we'll want to try. And the other cool thing about this too is that if you have exercise, or if you have some ideas or things that you'd like to see us try, please let us know, because we're starting this out and we've got some super awesome ideas, but we know that there could be other ideas out there and some different things that you might want to see, or some ideas that you might have that we can try throughout these 8 weeks, because this is new for us too. We've got super great plans, but the great thing about it is that we want to hear from you. And if there's new things we could try throughout these 8 weeks to make it better, then that would be super, super awesome. So how about these points I keep talking about? So each week you have a chance to earn points. So you will get 100 points if you complete your weekly fitness goal. And I'll talk about how those goals are a bit different for each person as we move along. So you can get 100 points for that. If you're on a team, so if you have a couple of people and you're on a team, you can access it. You can have some different goals. And Laura, you can access this when you get home. One of the things that we'll do is that we are going to be, any of these videos or workouts are going to be posted on this page that you can access later to look at. So I think that's the key thing about this. You can always come back to your peak program page to access videos. So if you're on a team and your team meets your weekly goal, you get 50 points. And then as some of you may have seen, if you've gone to our peak program page, and we'll post it on here, our webpage, there's a weekly bingo card that you can do that has different activities that you can do when you complete those cards. And the fun thing about that is there's different ways to compete it. If you get the 4 corners, you get 10 points. If you complete a line on that bingo card, you get 20 points. You can, for completing the ING columns, you get 30 points. And for completing the full card, you would get 50 points in that week. So each week of the program, you get a different bingo card, and there'll be different things on there that we'll come up with. And as the week goes along, we could add some different pieces into that bingo card if we get cool ideas. And we may even ask you to say, okay, what is a block we should put in our bingo card to make it extra fun and challenging for you. And the one thing about bingo cards too, though, there is a maximum that you can get for your bingo cards. The maximum you can get for doing your bingo card would be 50 points. The other fun things that you can do, though, is you can get 25 points for every Facebook Live or Zoom session or dance you attend. And after attending a session, so one thing you'll know, at the end of this session, I'm going to give you a secret password. So every workout that we do, whether it's on a Monday or a Wednesday, there's going to be a password that the presenter is going to give. And so that's going to be your key. That's how we'll know you've done the video, is that if you can tell us what the password was for that video. So at the end of this one, I'm going to make sure you get you'll get your password. And then you can also get 15 points in your week if you participate in a social media challenge. So that is sharing something in our Facebook group about doing your workout, and like posting a picture, posting something that you've done either on the bingo card or part of to hit your fitness goals. And one of the thing about that too is that if you don't have access to social media, or if you don't do that and you're like, yeah, I'd really like to send out the picture, then you can send it to our staff. So you can send it to Kiefer at our office, and one of the things that we'll do that you'll always see is that we'll be sending out weekly emails that has all this stuff in there that's going to reiterate this is what you need to do, lots of reminders. So And always keep coming back to this page. And if you post a question on this page, or if you have a question from someone else that may be doing this that doesn't have access to social media, and you can ask that question for them, you can post it on social media, or they can also email us. Now, when I talk about your fitness goal for the week, so you get to pick your peak. So there's 4 different peaks that you can pick. So there's Everest, which is over 420 minutes a week of exercise per week. There's Kilimanjaro, and that would be 315 to 420 minutes per week. There's Matterhorn, which is 210 to 315 minutes per week. And there's Mount Robson, which is 140 to 210 minutes per week. So if you think about that, and when you do these sessions, that can count towards your fitness goals. So say if you're doing the session and when you're doing your different exercises, yeah, a lot of them are going to be physical, but some of them can be mental training and things that you want to do there. And the really important part about our peaks is that you get to pick the goal that you want, that you feel is going to be better for you. And you realize some people might be already training and be active many minutes a week, so they might pick Everest. But if someone is just like, okay, I haven't been getting out a lot, I haven't been really active, you make like, okay, no, I'm going to pick Mount Robson because I think that's a better goal for me. Just like in our Special Olympics activities, we want you to pick the goals that are going to be best for you, and what's really going to fit for you. So that's when you pick your peak and you pick your fitness goal. So when we talk about our fitness goal, if you're in the Everest group, you've got to, if you do over 420 minutes of activity in a week, then you hit your fitness goal and you'll get your 100 points. And when we talk about coming to this page and what we do here, so we have 2 things. We've got our Max Mondays. So that's what this is. And this is about health and wellness. So the really cool thing about our Mondays is we've got a lot of different types of things that you can do. We've got so tonight we're going to do some things around mindfulness, but you'll have a variety of different activities here and different instructors that you would see. And yes, Marilyn, you would definitely, Leonka could count her Walk the World minutes for sure. That is physical activity. We definitely want them counting towards this. And I think the really important thing that we want that when we're looking at here is that, so Mondays is going to be about, it's maximizing your potential. We'll have different presenters on different topics. And our Wednesday activity, which is once again at 7 o'clock, is going to be based around our Fit 5 activities. And it's going to be based around strength. And it's going to be looking to build strength. And it's going to be an 8-week program. And we're going to look to have a progression so that we'll have each of our athletes that would do the workout, and will be something that will be a bit different each week, but it's going to be based on strength. So you'll be hopefully getting stronger as we go through those 8 weeks, which is really exciting. And although it's one thing about Wednesday, it'll be consistent. It's all going to be based on strength. The one thing that'll be a bit different is there'll be different workout instructors that are going to help out. So lots of really cool people that are helping out that we're super excited about, and really happy to have us helping out. So when I talk about tracking your fitness goals and how do we do this, and it's like, okay, how do we get those points and how do we find those out? And yes, we don't want you just going out in the street and yelling that you hit your fitness goal. You can do that if you want to celebrate. That'll be super awesome and fun. But one of the things that we have a fitness tracker, and this will be something that it's a online form that you can fill out, where you can go through and say the different things that you've done and completed. And there's also like a form that if you're not really comfortable with online forms, or if there's people doing it that don't have access to a computer but might be able to print forms off, there's once again on our Peak page, and we'll include that link. You'll see that link on our Facebook page. You can go to and you can print out a fitness tracker where you can track the different things that you do that week, whether it's around nutrition, and fitness, so you can track your minutes. You can track if you walked, run, did a strength workout, and those are the things that you can do to track, and you can send those in. Or the online weekly form you can submit, and that's going to be due every Sunday, and that's the kind of thing we'll send out to you so that you can see, you can fill that out, and you can submit it. And most importantly, if you have questions or if you're not sure about this stuff, let us know. But once again, the most important place, just come back to our Facebook page, and also go to our website, and that's on the web page too, because we'll have reminders on there, and we'll post reminders on the Facebook page about, did you fill out your fitness tracker this week? So that gets in, because each week we'll go through a different fitness tracker, a different bingo card, and we'll be want to track to see what you have. Now, so we've talked about our Facebook Live community, and one of the things I love here is that our Facebook Live community seems very active right now, which is great. We want people to come to this page and be active, and if you're out for a walk, post and tell people. Or if you tried something new to eat that was healthy, post and let people know about it. And also, too, cheer each other on. If someone posts something that they did something really well, it would be great. It would be great if you can cheer people on, and also be proud of yourself and say, hey, I got out and walked the longest I ever did, or I walked 3 days in a row. Those are things to be proud of. There is no losing in the peak program. There's only being happy for each other and supporting each other as we try and be healthier. So the bingo cards, Michael, we don't send those out. Those are things that you can access. We'll post them on our Facebook page, and we'll post them on our website. And then you should also get an email that has your weekly bingo card in it. So you should be able to see that on your computer. So it shows you the different things. And if you have access to a printer, or someone has access to a printer, they can print them out. And then what you can do is you can cross off the different activities that you do there. So yeah, our Facebook Live community, we look forward to this growing. And I think also too, invite other people to be part of Peak. I think we've got about almost 150 athletes registered to be part of Peak right now, which is super awesome. And if you know of other athletes that you think, oh, they would really enjoy this, then invite them to come on out and invite them to go fill out our registration form on our webpage, so that they can become part of the program. It's open to any of our athletes, and we'd love the community to be bigger. And yes, April will definitely send out. We'll have our fitness tracker, which we would do at the end of every week. So we'll make sure we'll put a reminder on our Facebook page about that, so you have it. Leonka, apple with Nutella, that is outstanding. My daughter loves Nutella. She'll eat that on anything. And we've got to try and keep her from eating Nutella and everything. That's the challenge with Nutella. That's Andrew. That is a lot of us. Yes. So we talked about our fitness tracker. We talked about our Facebook Live community, and what we have coming up next week is going to be our Halloween dance. So I hope everyone is going to be on that. The Halloween dance is going to be open to people even outside the Peak program, so you can invite some other Special Olympic people to go to the Peak program page and register. We're going to have music. We're going to have definitely want people dressed up in their costumes. We want to see you in action so we can have some fun together next Thursday night. And once again, that's going to be something that will be. You can go to our webpage, and you can go out to our Facebook group. And encourage people to come on out and have some Halloween fun with us. The other thing that may be coming up that you'll just have to wait and see is going to be some of our special challenges. So these are things that we're not sure what they are yet, but we know over the next 8 weeks that there's going to be different ideas or cool people that will come forward to us that have ideas that are like that have ideas for us about things that we want to do. Or you could have a really cool idea or know someone that's like, oh, they're having a really great activity for us. Or an athlete or a volunteer might come up with something that it's like, this is the perfect challenge. So stay tuned for those. Those will be things that will come up. And if there's a new challenge that you can do, we'll definitely make sure we promote it throughout on our group page. and we'll share that. And I think there'll be times too where we'll look to you to come up with ideas, and that might be part of the challenge, is coming up with a fitness challenge for us. And yes, I see we've answered the idea about the question about the Halloween dance coming up. Yes, it definitely is on Zoom. I would say that'll be some of those kind of things. It may be a little. Most of the things will be happening on Facebook Live. Definitely our workouts, but some of our larger group activities, stuff like that, will be on Zoom. But we'll make sure that people are all set up for that. So, before we get into so one of the things we've got coming up, I've got a session right now that we're going to have on mindfulness. And one of the things that we know right now is that this has been a hard time on a lot of people. It's been pretty isolating, where you don't get to do the things that we usually do. Got a lot more restrictions, and it's can be stressful sometimes, and it's okay to know that. So this is a really good session, and this is thanks to our friends at Special Olympics New York. Had this as part of one of their virtual programs, and I saw this and I thought this would be great for our athletes. But before we go there, I've got a important. What was I supposed to pass along to everybody tonight? Do you remember? Does anyone remember what I was supposed to pass along to everybody tonight before we went into our next piece? All right. Well, I was going to pass along, and yes, Brendan, yeah, this we will get this will be recorded for those athletes that aren't able to make it tonight, or volunteers. So I've got to give you my password. Yes, Jessica, she wins. So this is our password. I'm going to leave it up for a couple of seconds. Here we go. Purple yaks. So that's our password that you'll need. I'm going to leave it up for a couple more seconds. That's what we're going to need when we get ready, when you're filling out your tracker for the week. You got to be able to say, I definitely did the awesome Monday kickoff session. All right, purple yaks, and all right. So we're and Andrew, yes, the password is for something. That is part of our, when we do our challenges and we're doing our we want to get our points for being part of the Monday session. To show that you've done the Monday session, you got to be able to say what the password is. So that's why you got to remember purple yaks. So you should write that down so that you know when you're going to be doing when you're doing your tracking later on, you're going to have to put in purple yaks. And then even if you don't remember that, and you'll be like, I know Johnny put something up there, then you can come back and make sure you check out the video. Not purple yikes, although that sounds like purple yikes sounds like a great thing for Halloween. It's purple yaks. So Puple. No, I can do a comment. Purple yaks. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get ready and we're going to go. I'm just going to talk a bit about what to expect coming up from our next session. Then I'm gonna stop this live video, and then I'm gonna start another one. So it'll probably be about 5 minutes switchover, because for the next one there's a video I really want everyone to watch, and I can't do it at the same time as this. So, and what mindfulness is about, and they're gonna talk, and that's what the session is talking about. What mindfulness is about. But one of the reasons why we want to start off with a quick session on mindfulness. And something that had some really good tips is because we know fitness is really important to be, because when we think fitness, a lot of times we always think about, oh, I got to go for a walk, or I got to go for a run. I want to be able to go faster. I want to be able to be in better physical shape. And also people think about, oh, I got to eat healthier. I can't eat as much junk food or fast food. And that's a really big part of fitness. But another huge part of fitness is mental fitness. Because sometimes if you're feeling really down or very stressed, it's hard to do your physical fitness and focus on other things if mentally you're feeling very stressed and you're having a hard time coping with a stressful situation or an uncomfortable situation that you're in. So that's why we wanted to start and do a session on mindfulness. One of the things that I'd really like us to do, because in this session, the presenter gives a couple of really good things that really good ideas about things that you can do. And I'd love for your homework is that you can post to our Facebook page about using some of those techniques. There's a couple of really good techniques that they give when we're feeling stressed and we're feeling a bit overwhelmed about things that you can do. So we'd really like for you over this next week to try one of those techniques. And even if you're not feeling super stressed, it's still one of those good things to try and do for a time that you might feel that way. So that'll be something, and we'll post a reminder about that on our page again about something to do there. But just trying to think of one of those techniques that you can do this next week. So that's the kickoff, everybody. We are super pumped for Peak Program. We hope you share it with your friends and invite them to be part of it, because we think it's great for everybody. And we really want the more athletes we have in this community, the better, because we can cheer each other on. We can get ideas. We can get great energy from our awesome Special Olympics community that we're all missing right now because we can't be part of it. So it is amazing to see our athletes in action and talking to each other. And we want to see that continuing. And so we will continue this. This is week 1 of 8. We see each week is going to get better and better. And we are super pumped to have you part of our Peak program. So like I said, so the next step 1, remember Purple Yak. Step 2, make sure you invite a friend. Step 3, when this video ends, I'm going to be starting another one on this page that'll be a shared video that you can watch, that is courtesy of our friends at Special Olympics New York. And the other couple of things, don't forget our Halloween dance next week. It's going to be super awesome and fun. And let's stay active and healthy this week. It's going to be super awesome. All right. Here we go. So thanks everyone for being part of this. We'll post this video again. And if you have questions, ideas, thoughts, please let us know. All right. Look at all these grizzly bears, wolverines, black bears. There's a lot of animals going on in the chat over here. Awesome. Okay, see y'all soon. Thanks so much, everybody.